This is the Award Circuit Podcast.
I have a question, and it may be a bit personal, so please feel free to just be like, no, I'm not going to go there. But there is somewhat of a connection that I find in the film that I find fascinating and enriching, and maybe why it stands as one of your best performances yet. You know, you're portraying a father that with the son in front of you who wrote and directed the movie, Kenneth Branagh. You yourself as a father to amazing kids, and then also, I think based on time period, I know you lost your dad last year, very personal, and you guys were close. The timing of this seemed to like come together in a very significant way. I didn't know if you could speak to that, because I think there's something more cosmic, not to get all religious, but something bigger than the moment.
Yeah, no, listen, man, I've been thinking about that a lot. You know, it's sort of crazy, excuse me, to me that this is the film that I have coming out post my dad passing. You know, what I take great comfort in is knowing that Dad was very aware, like he was fully aware that, you know, I did this film. I mean, I shot it last summer. Dad passed in March. So I always had this hilarious thing with Dad, who was so into what I was doing in my career, like really cared, was so crazy proud. But he often didn't really know a lot of the actors. Like if I'd be like, "Dad, I'm doing this really exciting film," because who's in it? And I'd be like, tell him, he'd be like, no idea. But we're talking about like really cool people, like Cillian Murphy, or I don't know, you know, whoever. And he was just not, you know, until I said someone of sort of his vintage, maybe he wouldn't know. So I feel in the last couple of years, when Christopher Walken played my father, and then Ciarán Hinds and Judi Dench played my parents in this, I'm finally getting a bit of headway with that in terms of like kudos for.
Yeah, I know them.
Exactly, for my co-stars. So I take great comfort in that, you know, my dad had met Ken. Funnily enough, I grew up with a picture of my dad and Kenneth Branagh in my house.
No way.
My dad's an obstetrician, and Ken opened the maternity wing of the hospital my dad was the senior consultant at, and so there's a picture of Ken Branagh like on our like bookshelves, like all from, you know, 1994 onwards or something, where he did it. But yeah, it's you know, it pains me massively to see that he won't get to see this film, and particularly with, you know, all the early love it seems to have gotten. And also a crazy element of it is I look so like his father, who I never met, who died before I was born, who we know as Papa, but Papa died 6 years before I was born. But I look so like him in Belfast because I'm clean shaven, and the look and the year, the vintage of it and everything. So I think for that, it would have been a crazy watch for my dad. It already is, I know, for even the trailer for my family. They're like, "Oh my God, you just look like Papa." It's crazy. So, you know, it's really bittersweet for me is the best way of summing it up. You know,
Yeah.
I'm crazy proud that, you know, I get to tell this story of my dad was Belfast through and through, and God, he would love to see this film and love to read about the lovely things people said about it at this stage. But, you know, I will do my best to just, you know, honor him with whatever plaudits it gets, and sort of carry his spirit through it, you know, which I feel it's evident through it. I feel my father part of this movie in so many ways already. So I'm just going to try to carry the positivity of that, I guess.